Hello everyone, welcome to another SOLIDWORKS tutorial. Today I'm going to design this part using SOLIDWORKS and this would be useful for beginners. Let's get started. First of all, the units are in millimeters. So let's open up a part file. I have created millimeter part template. Click OK. If the units are not in millimeter, you have to first change the unit using this button on your lower left hand right hand corner. You can swap the type of dimensions using these options. Now I have chosen millimeter gram seconds and let's start the sketch. So first I will create this sketch and next I will extrude that sketch by 50 millimeter. There are more than one way of creating a sketch. You can simply go to sketch. Under the sketch tab you can select sketch command. From this drop down you can select create two type of sketches, 2D sketch and 3D sketch. You can click on 2D sketch, then it is asking you to select a sketch plane. I hit escape for now. And also the other method is you can select the plane first. For example, the right plane, click on that. From the pop-up icon you can select sketch. When you click on this button, then it will take you to the sketch environment like this. I exit the sketch, I discard the changes. And the other method is you can go to insert and you can click on sketch. Since this, then it is asking us to select a plane on which to create a sketch for the entity. You can select, press Ctrl 7 to go to isometric view, then you can select either one you want. I'm going to select right plane. Alright, now we are in the sketch environment. The sketch is created, sketch plane is right plane. Let's begin the sketch. I'm going to start the sketch from here and up to here is 100 millimeter and go all the way up 60 millimeter, 20 millimeter and 45 degrees, 10 down, 40 millimeter, 10 down and close the sketch. Click on the line command under the sketch tab. Click on line command and let's start from the origin. Bring your mouse towards the right hand side. So you can see I have turned on the instant dimensions. So you can simply enter 100 and click OK. So once we go with the sketch, we can keep entering the dimensions. In that way we don't have to add dimensions in separate steps. This will make the drawing design faster. So moving up, and overall distance is 40 by 10 by 10, 60 millimeter. And now move this side 20 millimeter, click OK. And now you have to enter the distance, but here you actually can't enter the distance. It is only the angle. So therefore just click on somewhere here and now move this way and you have to bring it down 10 millimeter. And again this distance you can't really define because you have to align this line with the origin. So I will just click in here and close the sketch and enter 10 millimeter. Click on the origin. That 10 millimeter is not added. So let's go to the smart dimensions. Click on here, enter 10 millimeter and click on this line, make it 40 and the sketch is fully defined. So if you want to look at this angle, it would be 45 degrees. So we don't have to click on this because it is going to over define the sketch. So now you can see on your lower row, you can see the fully defined sketch is fully defined. Now press Ctrl 7 to go to isometric view, and I will show you how I actually added this instant dimension option visible. It is under tool, go to option, under the option, if you go to the sketch tab, sketch, then here you can activate enable on-screen numeric input on the entity creations. Tick on this, and also tick on this create dimension only when value is entered. So whenever you enter the value, that dimensions is added to the line, to the sketch. Now that we have completed the first sketch, I will exit the sketch, or otherwise you don't have to exit the sketch. You can go to features and click on extrude. Once you click on extrude, you have got the options starting from the sketch plane, and the direction. Under the directions, you can swap the direction using these arrows, and so let's keep it as blind. We can make it as mid plane. So if you make it at mid plane, it would be symmetrically extruded on both directions. So the overall width is 30 by 10 by 10, 50 millimeter, and you don't need to add the draft, and we don't use this thin feature, and we don't use this option, select contour. So this is when we have more than one contour to select, and now the preview is looking alright. Then click OK. The first feature is created. Now let's create this hollow section, semicircle hollow section. In order to do that, we have to select the create the sketch. So we have to create the sketch on this plane. So again, there are few options to create a sketch. First you can click on the sketch, and then from this pop-up menu you can click on not edit sketch, you can click on sketch, create a new sketch, or you can again go to sketch and click on sketch command. Then it is asking us to select a plane of face, or an edge on which to create a sketch for the entity, or we can select an existing sketch. We don't have any unconsumed existing sketch to create the feature, so let's select this plane. Once you select this plane, the sketch is going to be created on this plane. Press Ctrl 8 to make the sketch plane parallel to the computer screen, so that you can make it easier. So go to circle command and click on this edge and make the circle. It has to be radius 20 millimeter, and then the diameter become 40. So let's add the diameter to this dynamic window, and now we have to add the dimensions from this edge to the center, 25 millimeter. You can either click on here to close the dialog, or directly you can click on smart dimensions, that will close that dialog. So then click on these circles and click on this edge, add the dimensions 25 millimeter, click OK. Now you can see the sketch is black, that means it is fully defined. Under here you can see the sketch is fully defined. And let's go to the feature, go to extrude. Actually you have to use extrude cut. Here we have got extrude cut. If you have come from inventor background, you have both command in one command, both action in one command, but in SolidWorks, you have two commands for that. When you click on extrude and press Ctrl 7 to go to isometric view. So now you are making extrude cut. Let's make it directions through all, because you don't have to worry about adding any dimensions. So you can use middle mouse button to rotate, and preview looks alright. Then click OK and press Ctrl 7 to go to isometric view. When you click on outside this feature, that highlight is gone. Alright, let's move on to the next feature. I'm going to create this. Let's create these two holes with 10 mm diameter, 10 from the edge and 20 from this edge. We can simply use hole wizard, or we can simply create two circle and use extrude cut, but this is always the best practice using the hole wizard. Click on hole wizard, then it will take you to the hole wizard property manager. I just press escape to show you something. You can use insert tab, and from insert tab go to features, and you can use hole wizard from there as well. It is available. There is another command, simple hole, but using the simple hole you can create one hole at a time. But if you use hole wizard, you can create both holes at the time, but you can use both options. Hole wizard is the best. I'm just showing you this to show you that tell you that there are more than one way of doing things. So let's click on hole wizard. This hole wizard property manager is quite in details. You can pretty much add every single details if you are doing like complicated detailed designs. Over here you have got 9 hole types. So this is the hole property manager, hole wizard property manager, and under here you have got 2 tabs. One is type, the other one is position. First, simply use the type to add the parameters of the hole, and use the position tab to position them where you want. So you can actually, once you go to position tab, you have to select the surface, then the preview is on based on the type details on the type tab you selected. And if you want to change the parameters, you can go back to type tab always and change the parameters, then again come back to the position tab, then select the surface, then again you can do it over and over again. So let's go to the type, and from here you have got like 9 hole types, and I have created a table to show you the differences between each hole types. This one I will be add later on this video. I will be adding this one at the same time so you can see it. Over here the matrix, the standards. First select the type. So here counter bore, countersunk, normal simple hole, straight tapped. I recommend you to go through this and try by yourself how they looks when you create each holes. So for this particular case we have to use simple hole, just hole. And the standards, we have got NSI inch and NSI matrix, and other standards usually we use millimeter, so we go with ANSI metric. And again for the drill type, you have got few different drill types, and again based on the version you are using, this can be different as well. So probably you can try by yourself how each holes are behaving if you want to become like an skilled hole creator. So for this particular case, let's use drill size. It will create simple drill hole. And the hole size and the specification, we have to go, this is 10 millimeter, click on 10 millimeter, and if the size you are looking for is not under drop down, you can always go to custom sizing and add the required size you want. Let's say 10.5. Then it become like yellow color, and this size would be added to the hole. If you want to go back to 10, you cannot actually retype on here, override this value. You can just click on restore default value, then it become 10 millimeter. So we don't need custom size because this is already 10 millimeter. End condition, let's make it true all, and we do not need to use this near side or far side countersink. Let's go to the position, and in this position tab you can either use 3D sketch. When you click on 3D sketch, you can simply place hole here and any surface you want, but we don't want to use 3D sketch, so we go back to type and go back again, come back again to the position. Then it is asking us to select the face for the hole or slot position. To create holes on multiple faces, click 3D sketch. So that's what I showed you before. So I want only this surface, I click on this surface, then I add one hole, then I hover your mouse so that it will be aligned, but later we are going to add dimensions anyway, so I add second hole. Now this command is still active. In order to get rid of this command, just press escape, and now we can go to smart dimensions. We can add necessary dimensions. I will add the dimension between these two, 30, and then I add this distance between this one and this one, which is 10, and again I add distance between this point and this edge, which is 20. Hit enter. Oops, type 20. For some reason 2 is not pressed, and now let's click on this point and this point again, dimensions, this point and this point, make it 10 millimeter. Now you can see the sketch is fully defined. If you want to look at the front view, you can just press Ctrl 1, Ctrl 8. So that is what is bring you the sketch plane to parallel to computer screen. Ctrl S, Ctrl 8. Now all the dimensions are added, and click OK. So press Ctrl 7 and click OK to complete the hole. The two holes are created as per the drawing. Now the next feature, let's create this cut using extrude cut. So use middle mouse button to rotate, and click on the surface. From the pop-up commands, click on sketch, then press Ctrl 8 to bring the sketch plane to parallel to computer screen, and let's create the drawing for this sketch. 25 by 30. So I will simply use corner rectangle. I click from this edge and I enter from dynamic window, dynamic value 30, and press enter. Then it will take you to the next value, which is 25. Press enter. Now we have to we can exit from the rectangle. Let's add few constraints. In order to add few constraint, click on this midpoint, and also you can click on this origin. Press Ctrl, click midpoint. Once you select these 2 points, it takes us to property manager. The entities are selected, point 1 and origin, and there is no any existing relations. You can add relation. I'll click on vertical. You see the sketch is fully defined. Click OK. Now the sketch is created. Go to features and click on extrude cut. For the conditions, use middle mouse button to rotate, and pretty much the sketch is selected, then direction is okay. Only thing is the depth, which is 10 millimeter. From this drop down menu, click on True All, so it cut all the way, and click OK. Alright, we are almost done. There is only one feature is remaining, which is the other extrusion, this rib. We have two ways of doing this. We can use either rib command, or we can use simple extrude. For this particular case, I'm going to use rib command. So I'm going to click this surface and create a new sketch, and press Ctrl 8 to bring the sketch plane to parallel to computer screen. So for the rib, we know that we need only one line, one simple sketch. I have done a comprehensive video relating to rib command in my previous tutorial. I will add that link to the description so that you can have a look. So let's create one simple line. So from here, if you see the center line, we can create the rib from mid plane. So I'm going to use 5 by 5, 10 millimeter away from this edge. I'm going to create a line, horizontal line, and click escape, and then go to dimensions. It's already there because we have add the line between these two edges. So I'm going to create the smart sketch, smart dimension between these two, which has to be 10 millimeter. Now you can see sketch is black, which is fully defined. Go to isometric view, pressing Ctrl 7. I'll try to bring this one a little bit up so that you can see the fully defined command. I hope you can see that his sketch is fully defined. Now you can exit the sketch, and under feature tab you can use rib command. Click on rib. So you can see by default the rib direction is wrong, and the extrusion direction is not right. Because of that, you will not get the rib. It will say result in rib did not intersect. Look at my other video to see how rib exactly working. So I'm going to create swap the extrusion direction. Now extrusion direction is towards this bottom surface, so it can meet the boundary condition, so it will be created. This is the preview. I exit from the preview. Actually, we need only this height to be 20. How to achieve that? And the thickness is okay, which is 10 millimeter, and which will be about the mid plane. You can use this to swap the side of the rib. So I make it mid plane, both side, and thickness is 10 millimeter. Extrusion direction is okay, and the material side don't have to be flipped, because if you flipped it, rib is not created. So you have to flip on the other side. And for the distance, actually, can you do that? You cannot achieve that, can you? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hit OK, and next I will create a small cut under down. So click on this surface and press Ctrl 8, and let's create a rectangle from here to here, and press escape, go to smart dimensions, make this line between this height is 20 millimeter. That is what we want, the height of the rib. So let's go to features, make extrude cut, and for the direction make it through all, click OK. Now the required cut is created as well. Look at that rib feature and see if you can extrude this one to a certain distance. This option is available in Inventor if you have come from Inventor background. I really cannot see the distance that we can add for the rib command in SOLIDWORKS. Anyway, now you have created the part, and play around with these commands and try to make different parts as you wish, so that you can become more closer and more familiar to those commands. That's all for the video. Let's finally add some material. You can always go to material and right click and edit material. Maybe you can add stainless steel and apply and close. The material is added, and press Ctrl 7. I hope this video is useful, and I will be creating more video like this in next couple of videos. If you find my video useful, hit on like button and subscribe the channel to get more video in the future. Thank you very much for watching.